Hello, everyone. It's Flesson19, and with all the recent comments lately, I wanted to try to get people to understand exactly why their shops aren't making money. And that mostly has to do with the new economy system. Now, there is the dozen factor thing that I always bring up, in which you can make no money by villages getting plundered, caravans taking goods, armies coming in and taking them. There are a dozen different factors that play into that also. But the economy is the biggest one, and I'm gonna try to explain it to you really simple way in which I have actually done testing now in my second best workshop in my video, which is in Sonala and its brewery. So let's go through all the data and I will try to explain to you year by year exactly what is going on and why you should see numbers like this, but or much lower depending on the shop you pick. In year one, I start and I bought it from day one, which you're normally not going to do, but I wanted to get the full data for it. I also have the sweatshops perk, which most people should have the 75 sweatshops perk. It averaged 218 dinars a day. That is typical. Most shops are going to make a ton of money at the start, depending on where they are and what goods they are, with silversmiths obviously making 600 to 1300 a day. Then we go to year two and it drops to 176. Now, this is mainly because the economy is now starting to stabilize. And when it stabilizes, that means you're getting less of a profit margin that you used to get. Then we go on to three. Now we're sitting at about day 180 to 200, and you're down to 167. This is when the economy has mostly stabilized. From my testing, right around day 2 to 225 is when things really seem to hit their rock bottom and everybody has what they should have. Then we go to year four. We are now up to 201. Now the goods have started to go out to everybody else. The people that don't have the goods have run out of them. So now the prices are going up because the places that do have them for cheap, and the places that don't, they are very expensive. So those caravans are helping you out. In year five, it's up to 216. Once again, we're going up. The prices have stabilized. Goods are now going up even higher where they weren't at before. And we go to year six, 266. Now, in year six, we've hit about day 480 to 500. Now is when we start to see inflation kick in. Inflation from Tail World developers last reported was 50% increase in goods in around a 10 to 15-year period, which would be 800 to 1200 days. So now we start to see that inflation kicking in. And then in year seven, we hit our max, which is 330 for this test. So we could see now everything is stabilized. The people that have the goods are cheap. The people that don't, it's expensive. Inflation is kicking in. And now your prices are really starting to go. So, yes, you are going to see zeros from time to time, especially at the beginning of the game. That is when you first buy your shop, it still has to pay its 100 dinars a day. So you don't produce goods from day one. That is what you normally see in older patches when it would take a few days and then you'd make 20, 40, 80, and it would go up. You're still paying the 100 dinars a day. You've got to pay that debt off. So you're not going to make money right away. And depending on when you buy your shop, if it's in that 2 to 3 year time span when everything in the economy is starting to stabilize, you're not going to make much money. That is why my workshop video was tested at about day 300. Day 300 puts you right near the end of year four when the economy has stabilized. That's why I mentioned about possibly doing a second one. But you could see from these numbers in the first 4 years how they go down and then back up. You would almost need to do a video for every single year to try to figure it out. And I had to narrow it down to just one time frame. I picked as early as I could get in the game to help people out, but late enough that everything has stabilized. That is why at times you are seeing zeros. Picking the right shop, having the Sweatshop 75 Steward perk is so important, more now than ever. Once you get past that day about 300, you should be fine. But before day 300, everything is up in the air and prices are going to be all over the place unless you pick the perfect shop and it's getting its goods. So that is the explanation of why shops are not making any money. I hope it clears it up. I hope everybody understands it a little bit better now. Until next time, my friends, take care and thanks for watching.